Hey everyone, it's Tori from Calypso Creative Planning, and I have got a fun junk journal spread that came about from some requests in the Facebook group, and it's from back in January, but I'm just now getting around to actually going into detail on how I created it. So stay tuned. Alright, so if you haven't seen this yet, this is my junk journal template bundle, and this is in the modern vertical format. It comes with a lot of different page templates. It comes in like a PDF form, and then you also get a Canva template so that you can like drag and drop into the different grids to create your spreads. And then it also has PNG grids, like just the images, so that you can use it in several different ways. So I've played around in Procreate with these. I've played around in different kinds of planners using the grids as just kind of guides and putting pictures over them. There's so many different ways you can use this. And I got a request in the Facebook group about how to use this horizontally, because a lot of my peoples, they like horizontal pages instead of vertical. So best of both worlds, I'm going to show you how I copied a page and pasted it into my planner at that time, and then use the GoodNotes feature where you can rotate the page and use it horizontally. So this is where you're rotating it, and now you have a horizontal page. It gets a little weird when you bring in elements like stickers and things like that. You'll see it. They go sideways a little bit. But this is it's my party functional sticker book. I'm going to start out by pulling in one of the just colored boxes, just a functional, Drake, honey, sorry, my dog. It's just a plain colored box, and I'm stretching it out to cover this area. Now, if you stretch out a sticker like this much larger than like the original size, you may notice fuzzy edges. I've said this before, but I'll say it again. It's a great tip. If you see it turning fuzzy at the edges, then just crop off those edges, and then you can stretch it. And typically it won't give you those fuzzy edges. So that's what I did here. And I'm just going to use this grid background area as just like a starting point, and then tweak some things from there. So it's so weird to look back at this part of my GoodNotes, because this was after I had that crazy GoodNotes crash. So when I look at my collections and there's just bare minimum amount of folders, it's crazy, because GoodNotes kind of like, I lost a lot of stuff. And I've noticed the other day, GoodNotes did like a backup video on their YouTube channel, which I didn't even know they had a YouTube channel, but it makes it seem like you'll never lose anything. Nothing could ever possibly happen. Well, it did. It happened to me. It happened. So anyways, tangent. This is my AnyStart mini calendar kit. If you haven't seen it, love it. It is so much fun to use, because you can really just build your own mini calendars anyway, like so many different ways. And see, it comes in, because we rotated our page, the stickers will come in sideways, but you just rotate them, you're fine. But this little mini calendar kit gives you so many different options to create a mini calendar using so many different things. I mean, the kit comes with lots of different mini calendars on its own. It comes with the weekly headers. It comes with months and years. And so I'm going to pull one of these months now. It's weird to narrate this like I'm doing it now. I'm not. This was from January, but anyways, you get the idea. If you want to match this font, this is the Regina font in my shop, by the way. But so, like I said, this kit comes with months and years and weekly headers. So I'm pulling the year and the month in here, so I can, I'm creating my own little thing, and then I can decorate it with some other stickers, which you'll see next. But this mini calendar kit is just so much fun because you can do so much with it. All right, so this sticker set, this is the Whimsical Animals sticker set by Last Rituals. This sticker set is what inspired this spread. Like, Daria put out this sticker book, and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to have it right now, and I have to do something with it right now. So this sticker set is what inspired this whole spread, and I just used the Facebook group request as my excuse to do it right then and there. But I'm gonna grab several of these to just spruce up the little mini calendar and make it a little more special, right? I'm gonna have to grab some coffee. It's been up for hours. Okay. All right, so next up, let's grab another one of these colored box functional stickers. You guys hear me harp on functional stickers all the time. Not harp. That's negative, right? You hear me gush about, no, that's a weird word. Ugh, that's an uncomfortable word. Ugh. It's like moist. It's uncomfortable words. Anyways, you hear me talk about the beauty of functional stickers. Well, here it is. This is the beauty of functional stickers. One of my favorite parts is this. Okay, so now I'm taking a screenshot of the black background around this grid, and I'm just going to use it to cover up this top corner grid because I like the placement of it, but I want something a little more free flowy. And so just cover that up, and then I can do something different. I'm going to use the same dark purple for balance to put it on the other side of the page. Why am I talking with my hands? You guys can't see that. I swear. Vicky's trying to get us to start a podcast, like a YouTube podcast that's also on like Spotify and like Apple Podcasts and all that kind of stuff. So I guess that visual, you might be seeing that more often. So you see me talk with my hands a lot. You just might. Anyways. Weird tangents. I'm full of tangents this morning. Good grief. Okay. So I'm going to pull in one of these cute little fluffy clouds and layer it up. You'll see me pull in things and then cut and paste to relayer because GoodNotes doesn't have that feature where you can, send to the front or the back. But people complain about that. I don't understand. I mean, yes, that's a great feature, bring to the front and the back. Totally fantastic feature. But it's not like cutting and pasting is like such a hardship. I mean, come on. It's really not that big of a deal. I mean, yes, I want that feature. GoodNotes bring us that feature. Yes, but cut and paste will live, right? Okay. Man, I'm full of tangents this morning. Maybe because I'm on my second thing of coffee and I've been up since 3 o'clock in the morning. Anyways, okay. All right. So I'm going to create my own headers here by layering up another, that same functional sticker book. Oh, gosh, words are hard. That same functional sticker, just a solid color sticker. And I'm going to use that same Regina font and create my own little header over here. So what I had in mind for this spread would be like the top part, you got the mini calendar, and then a to-do list and decoration area. And then the light purple is broken down into like the different parts of the day. And then this dark purple over here to the side is going to be like journaling, today's reflections, journaling. So this is my freebie sample text. If you do a search for this, you can find it online, but I've put it together in a PDF for you. You can get it in my Facebook group. There's a link in there. I love using it when I'm planning out layouts because I can just throw a sample text on there to see how things are going to fit and then come back later and put in like my own text. Now, I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but like I said, this spread is from January, but there's a recent GoodNotes update that when you go to paste text in there, it gives you the option to paste or paste with same formatting or match formatting, something like that. So if you're pasting text and it comes in like a completely different font than what you have set as your default, try the paste to match whatever that wording is, the match one. That's a new update. I just noticed that the other day. It's hopefully that'll be really handy. Okay, so this is from my Love Story Big sticker book, and I wanted to get that black, pulling in the black from the background, but have, the white for my actual notes. So using this functional box is really handy. And the idea I was going with here was to do that whole morning, afternoon, and evening breakdown of the day, so you can write your little stuff. I have some page templates that have that broken down like that, and I like it. But one thing that I've been noticing lately is that sometimes I am way more creative with my spreads, especially daily spreads, if I don't go with a layout. Like if I just go with something like this, where I'm just winging it, I'm just building something, it ends up being like a super creative spread. I mean, if I have a page layout, it's, it's handy if you don't, if you're not feeling creative, if you don't know where to go, having a layout to start with is great, super handy. But when you want to just wing it and just let the ideas flow, just skip a page layout completely. Like one thing I've been doing recently is when I want to do a daily page, like I've been going to the page template section of my planner and just getting a basic grid page as my starting point. You could go with a blank page, but I like the grid because, I like to line things up. But even if I am going free flowy, still like to line things up. But having just something basic to start with, it just lets just lets things evolve like this. This just sort of evolved as I went through, I really had no plan other than I knew I wanted to use those whimsical stickers and I wanted to, go with the purples and the golds and a junk journal page. That's it. That's where I started. That's it. This just kind of evolved as I went. So sometimes it's okay to just break out of that mold and just skip the page layout completely and just start. It doesn't even have to be something like this where you're setting it up in advance. Just let it go throughout the day. Some of my best daily spreads recently have it. Why am I'm patting my iPad in reference here, but some of my best, most creative, not, best, whatever, but some of the best daily spreads recently have been, ones that I didn't have a page layout. I didn't have a plan. I just let it evolve throughout the day and just built on it and just went with it. Let's see what happens, it's just fun. If you haven't done that, if you haven't said, forget the page layout, just go with it. Try it, challenge yourself, do that. It doesn't have to even be for a specific day. Just sit down and have fun with it. Just go, just let it go, right? And just have fun with it. I like doing that. I want to do a daily spread now. Just talking about it makes me want to do a daily spread. I don't know. Maybe I had too much coffee. I don't know. But one thing I like about this spread is that I've got my functional areas established. This is where this goes and this goes and this goes. And then the rest is just kind of filling in the spaces with decoration. And that is fun. And I love these stickers. Daria she is good with these little illustrations. I love the little gold and the glitter. And look at that little axolotl. I mean, how cute is that? So cute. And butterflies. I want to do an entire set of butterflies. I have illustrations and collage style. It's gotta happen. It's gotta happen. I would say maybe I'll do it this weekend, but I'm working on the next monthly bundle and a collaborative launch for June. So I doubt that'll happen this weekend, but you never know. Oh, and I have a freezer getting delivered. Weird tangent again. Anyways. Okay, so for this is going to be the to-do list area. And I didn't really know exactly what I wanted. And I love this washi, so I got distracted by the washi and I was like, let's do this one again. I have this tendency to want to just fill in spaces. And sometimes that's good because then you end up getting something that feels like balanced. But other times it's just like you're just filling in every square inch just because you can. And that's not always the best. But I feel like this is a good balance, right? And this is one of those times where I just felt like there was a gap. Like I needed to fill in that space. So this little puffy cloud does that. So I just cut and paste to bring the little, are those crystals? I think they're crystals. The little crystals and the little butterfly, and bring those back on top. And that butterfly is making me think of her spring tea time sticker set. Now I want to go play with that. I just want to play in my planner today. I don't want to work. I just want to play in my planner. Maybe not have more coffee. I think maybe I've reached my limit after this this second thing. But you know, I just want to like play in my planner today. I know I can't, but I want to. Do you guys have those days where you just want to play in your planner? It's like, forget adulting. Who needs that? Let's just play in our planners. Because, let's pretend we're not adults today. I don't know where I'm going with that. But, okay. So, now we're back in our sample text. And like I said before, I love using sample text as kind of like placeholders to figure out like my layouts and how would this look once I, have text in it. And so doing this sample text is super handy. And if you're ever trying to select text with your Apple Pencil and it just doesn't want to do it, use your finger. If it keeps wanting to like write through the words instead of actually like selecting your text, use your finger. So much easier. So with the image selection turned off for the lasso tool, I can just copy and paste this. That is very key. I don't think I said that earlier, but if you're using a lot of images in your backgrounds and things like that, make sure your image selection is turned off on lasso so you don't accidentally move things. If we had a locking feature in GoodNotes, you wouldn't have to worry about that, but we don't, so we're not going to dwell on it. We're just going to work with it. This is how you wrap text. If you haven't done that, like this is easy, simple way. Go to the front of your line and hit enter and then space, space, space. If you don't hit enter and just do space, 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 it's not going to move. It's just going to stay there. So make sure you hit enter. If that, if you're having that problem and you don't know why it won't just move, hit enter or return, whatever you want to call it. Who calls it return? I don't know. Is that a Mac thing? Is that an Apple thing? I don't know. Okay, so now we've got our boxes, and then I started looking at this and I was like, I don't think I like that to-do list box up there, but I want a to-do list area. So I decided I was going to create my own. I mean, I'm going to sprinkle some decoration over here, but I decided that to-do list box, I just wasn't feeling it because it felt, I don't know, it just didn't feel right, with all of this. And I wanted to see more of the black. So instead, we are going to use this same little header thing, and we are going to create our own little to-do list header up here. And since I wanted it to stand out from the washi and the background, I decided to use the shape tool to draw an outline because I cannot draw straight lines here. So the shape tool lets me do that, can resize it, and then I can take this same header and put it up here and reword it. And of course, when you use a scribble thing, it doesn't always catch proper punctuation there. So how to fix that? But okay, so copy and paste the header and then change it. So this is going to be our new to-do list area. And instead of using like a pre-made box, even though that's great, for this area, I wanted to be a little more free-flowy. So we're just going to put the text here. I'm just going to copy and paste this same white sample text because, the colors work. And we're going to create our own little to-do list area that can be edited. This is just our placeholder text right now. And just resize the box, get rid of any of the extra text that you don't need, and just make it work for the area that you're in. And once we have this sized up and exactly right, then we're going to create our own custom bullet points. You could use like the pen tool and like write a bullet point. You could use the highlighter. It doesn't always work so good on black pages. But I want to do something a little different. So we are going to pull in part of this image. So we're going to take like the little star sparkles over here on this image, and we are just going to crop it down to where we just have that little freehand crop. So we just have the little sparkle, and when it's blown up really big, it looks kind of crazy, but as it works perfect for a bullet point, right? So once you've resized it, then tap out. Oh, I just hit my mic. Tap out and then tap it again to copy it, because here's one thing I've learned about GoodNotes. If you resize an image and then don't tap out and immediately hit copy, when you hit paste, it's not going to come in at the size you want. So tap out, tap it back, copy and paste, and here is our spread. I freaking love it. It is so pretty, and I kind of want to like just copy this page and use it again and just change the date, right? Here's a sneak peek at the new releases that hit the shop. Make sure to head over there and check those out, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.